Hello everybody, hope you're all okay. It's really bad out there today on a Tuesday, raining, windy, very bad to be out in. Have you all got your pot of tea for this card reading today? Gorgeous. And we've got some fan mail for you. I've got about 5 letters for you today, so we'll get reading them and all. And the cards we're going to pick today, 5 angel cards, are from this deck. And it's Messengers from Your Angels by Doreen Virtue. Going to pull 5 cards from that deck. Right, we'll get on with this first letter. Oh, I love them. Just love them. I've just opened all my letters, so I've already opened them before I come on onto camera. Well, my secretary opened them. Oh yeah, you know that girl I sent down to down into the warehouse to look as a security guard to look after all my fan mail and guard my fan mail as a security guard. I bet most of my fans thought I were really rotten fool sending a young girl down there guarding me all my letters. Well, I'm not really rotten, to be honest, am I? No, I brought her in and she's helping out doing secretarial and marketing my videos and that. So I've brought her inside the building now. We've moved to a stately home because the secretary married a rich fella, and I'll be showing you him in earlier videos. He's become sort of my manager. And they've got plenty of money, so they've moved us in a stately home. It's getting like Downton Abbey, isn't it, this? So Downton Abbey tarot card reading and oracle card reading, in it, this. It's getting really good. So the security guard is helping me secretary Carol. No, Linda. I'm getting mixed up. There's that many names now coming into my story, isn't there? No, it was Carol what went down as a security guard, and so she is coming to help Linda with the secretarial work. And I've got another proper security guard down there, and I'll show him later on in another video. He's called Johnny. He's passed his SIA license and he's all covered in it. So don't be writing letters telling me is he covered, Phil, and has he passed his security exams just to guard your fan mail down at my garage. He is. He has passed. Right, we better get on because time's time, isn't it? I've got 5 angel cards and that, and I don't want to get like Ken Dodd where I'm on all the time and you can never get me off, especially on YouTube, because there's other people to do other videos, isn't there? Right. Oh, I love these letters there. I can't wait. What is our first one? Let's see what is our first letter. Oh, it's lovely. Miss Sex Spot. It's Mrs. Sex Spot. She says, "Dear Phil, I think you are a sex pot." Me a sex pot? She said, "You're the star in the making. You've got the looks, you've got the intelligence, you're a comedian, and you are really nice looking." She says, and my name is Sex Pot, but you are a sex pot. Me a sex pot? This is a fan. Oh, Mrs. Sexpot, really? I'm there, bald head, losing all my teeth, glasses. If I haven't got glasses, it's hard to see. And I'm in my 60s. I'm a sexpot. Well, what she's saying is she sent us some keys. She said, "You deserve a key, you deserve some sort of..." Sorry for bending forward. She said, "You deserve some sort of reward, Phil, so I've sent you some keys and a key ring. And that key is to my heart." Oh, that's lovely, isn't it, Mrs. Sexpot? A key to your heart. And can you see what she's... Key ring, Sexpot. Let's get that on camera. That's what I am. That's what she's saying, one of my fans. And she sent me them on my sex pot. Right, we must move on because we've a lot to do. That's a lovely letter by Mrs. Sexpot, eh? That was great. Right, who we got now? Let's see what we've got now. Dear Phil, my name is Mrs. Incense. Oh, right, I like incense. And she sent me the incense. They always send me some. I'm bending forward for my stuff because I've got my cards at that side. I've got my pot of tea. I've got all my gifts from my fans. There it is. She sent me some incense. Isn't that lovely? I do like using incense. So Mrs. Incense sent me some incense. Now, what is Mrs. Incense saying? What she's on about? I'm just looking at her letter. See what she's on about. Oh yeah, Mrs. Incense. She don't know whether to open a new age shop in one of the villages. She said, have you any advice, Phil, at this time of year? She said, I've got all the money to open a business. I've got, well done on you if you're wealthy at this time of year, Mrs. Incense, because a lot of us aren't. We're all struggling with bills and that, and energy bills, and wages not going up, and the country's in a right state with MPs at the moment not sorting our problems out. So Mrs. Incense, you're doing very well if you've got some money and you can open a shop. Have you any advice, Phil? Well, yes, I have, Mrs. Incense. Yes, buy a little shop, because I've always wanted to do that, Mrs. Incense. I find it lovely, you know, a little shop and smells of incense and essential oils and candles, you know, and it'd be lovely when you're going in the morning, especially weather like this and it's dull and windy and raining in winter, and you go into your shop and you can smell all the incense and the scented candles and that, and it'd be just lovely to work there. And then on certain seasons, Mrs. Incense, you could have like Halloween, couldn't you, and Halloween stuff in winter, and then come Christmas you can have Christmas stuff in. So my advice, Mrs. Incense, yes, go ahead, open a shop in one of your local villages. Get to a village what's a bit more historical with it. That'll go with the effect of the shop, and sell some figurines of angels and that, and that'll go nice and all, won't it, Mrs. Incense? Right, well, that's another lovely letter. You're great. Right, my next letter, what we've got here. Oh, Mr. Peace. All right, Mr. Peace is wanting some advice. Dear Phil, I am an oldish man, 85-year-old. I moved to a residential area. Can you please tell my neighbour, if he's watching this video, Phil, to stop making noise? He's just moved in. I had a lot of peace before this neighbour moved in. Did you, Mr. Peace? Yes, Phil, I did. I was quite happy. I could get on with my hobbies, read my book, and have a nice pot of tea. Well, this new neighbour is banging around. There's noises, there's like chisels, and he's walking about. And it sounds as if he hadn't got a carpet, Phil. And it also, I'm calling him Mr. Noah. And why do you call him Mr. Noah, Mr. Peace? I call him Mr. Noah, Phil, because he's banging around as if he's building the Noah's Ark. And I feel as though he knows something what we don't know. Is there going to be another flood from Genesis? Well, Mr. Peace, we never know where it's raining at the moment. We could have a flood, and maybe he might know something what we don't know. But yes, I will tell him on camera. If you're listening and you are making noises for neighbours underneath and you haven't got a carpet, go and get yourself a carpet. If you can't afford it, go and get a grant or something, or go and get a job and stop the noise and have respect for people underneath, especially the old people what likes to read a book and watch my videos. So go and get a carpet and get a job. Stop sponging on the state. Oh, that's another letter. Well, I hope you get on and write again, Mr. Peace, to tell me how you get on. Thank you for your letter. Thank you. And I really feel for you. I really do. I hope it improves, because if it don't, just get on to the authorities about him, and they might get on to him and all about the noise. You should have peace in your older age. You really should. Oh, that's another good letter. Right, we've got Mr. Fingers. Mr. Fingers. Dear Phil, have you any advice what really good meal and an healthy meal what children could like, and what you liked when you were a little boy? Well, I tell you, Mr. Fingers, with your name, it's just reminded me of fish fingers, Captain Birdseye fish fingers. They were my favourite when I was a child. Oh, I loved it. I love fish fingers, and put tomato sauce on your fish fingers with some peas. And I used to get my bread and dip it in tomato sauce. I really just love fish fingers, Mr. Fingers. So my advice to you, yes, get some fish fingers for your children. My mum used to get them I think we used to have them about twice a week or three times, but I just loved them. One of my brothers, he wasn't keen. He said, I'm fed up of fish fingers from my mother every day, but I loved it. I really loved it. So yeah, get you some children, and fish fingers are quite healthy for children. They really are. So thank you, Mr. Fingers. Get some fish fingers for them. Oh, do you know, I just love these letters. I could do with calling it Phil's Letter Corner. You know, I sat in armchair just reading these all day on YouTube, you know, but we just haven't got time. I've got thousands and thousands coming, but they're really good people out there, and some really, really funny names. There really is. They get better every time, these names. Right, we've got Mr. Donkey. Well, I nearly called him Donkey Jacket. He ain't called Donkey Jacket, bless him, but he's called Mr. Jacket. He said he's fed up, Phil. Dear Phil, I am Mr. Jacket. I get nicknamed Donkey Jacket. Oh, I'm sorry for that. I nearly called you Donkey Jacket and all. Have you any advice, Phil? Shall I give up my job? I am in the warehouse and I'm fed up. I'm freezing. Well, I won't swear. I'm freezing my nuts off in the warehouse. It's very cold, even though I have my donkey jacket on. I'm loading up wagons and stuff like that, and on forklift and getting stuff out for mill and that. And I'm just fed up of just in the warehouse working all the time. Even he's having me doing overtime, working at weekends and that. Shall I pack up my job? Well, Mr. Jacket, my advice to you, don't pack up your job. Not coming up to Christmas, because you're going to be out without no money. Not unless you've got another job. And according to this letter, you have not got another job, Mr. Jacket. I've worked in the warehouse with donkey jackets on and all sorts, and it is cold in the warehouse and that. And I put up with it for quite a few years in mill there. Sticking in your job. Wait until summer and really see what your options are for going to another job. Maybe you want to work in a office or something, or work from home even. But look into that into New Year. But keep your job as Christmas is coming up, because it's tight out there, money in it at the moment. So my advice is keep your job, Mr. Jacket. Thank you for your letter. Thank you for your letter. Right, have we got one more before the card readings? I'm looking at the clock now, 14 minutes now. The manager, YouTube, is... Sorry for that, I really am. It's all my fan mail, innit? Right, have we got another letter here? Mr. Peak, wanting advice. Oh yeah, Mr. Peak. Mr. Peak, this is his final letter. Dear Phil, can you give me some advice? I am in my 50s and live on my own. And I really don't know how to hang up pants or T-shirts. He's a man, Mr. Peak. Well, he is, we call Mr. Peak. But Mr. Peak's wanting to know how to hang his t-shirts up and pants on the washing line. Well, what I do, Mr. Peak, I will give you advice. For pants, I usually hang them up upside down. So you get your leg, put a peg on the first leg and peg on the second leg on the washing line and hang the pants that way. And I believe that's the best way to hang your pants. So the water drips, you know, with heaviness at pants, it drips down and it gets all the water out of your pants on the washing line. And the other, what did you say? Your t-shirt. Yeah. Well, your t-shirts, I hang them upside down and all. So some people hang them at the shoulders, don't they? But Mr. Peak, I hold my t-shirts upside down also and peg at the bottom. So you're putting a peg at the bottom on the washing line. And can we have a card for you? Well, I'm going to pull 5 cards, Mr. Peak. That was a lovely letter. Hope that advice helped you there, how to hang your washing on the washing line, your pants and your t-shirt. Right, let's get on. Let's get on there. I'll just have another swig. Oh, I'm getting like Ken Dodd, I am. I really am. It's at 16 minutes now. Let's get on with card reading, eh? Right. Our first card today is Archangel Michael. Archangel. I'm turning round so, because they're glossy cards. Right. I'm going to have to take my glasses off because these are different glasses to me reading glasses. I won't hate to see a flipping thing. Right. I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. Oh, that's Archangel Michael. Something different is wanting us rather than protection. I'll move on pretty quick with these. I ain't going to say that angel because I'll only mess it up. And what it is I am the angel of peace. I am bringing you tranquility and a smoother road ahead. Well, I hope so. Thank you very much for that one. Next one is Daniel. I can read that one. This card. And this is, I am the angel of marriage. Oh, so marriage out there. Are you taking note? I am the angel of marriage. I am assisting you right now. So you've got Daniel, the angel assisting your marriage if you're thinking of getting married right now. Right, next card. Fiona, Angel Fiona. Light's catching it, innit? Try to get it for you. With glossy cards, light's catching it. Now that you're asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assisting you in heaven's help. Oh, isn't that nice? Oh, you can take that. We're finally there. I'm going to get off. Don't worry, YouTube. I'm going to get off and give other people a chance to do their videos. We're at 18 minutes now. This is his final card. Here's Isabel. And that is, yes, your timing is right for this new adventure. Happy outcome. Future is positive for all of us. Well, I hope so. I really hope so. Right, I'm going to get off. I'm going to shoot off because time's time. Catch you on the next video. Keep safe. Bye.